If you guys are interested in finding KV, Kwiti-Vini, Creole speakers in Louisiana today, it's not going to be in New Orleans. I don't mean any shade to New Orleanians, but this one's not for y'all, boo. For this, you're going to have to go west of New Orleans. We don't have counties, we have parishes, vestige of our Roman Catholic past. Closest to New Orleans, I would start out in St. James Parish. There are different communities where KV is spoken in St. James Parish today, but I would start out in Vacherie. A hop, skip, and jump from Vacherie is a small community in Lafourche Parish called Kramer. You can see why Kramer would have KV speakers because it's located very close to Vacherie. Vacherie is a heavily KV speaking place. But Lafourche in general is heavily Francophone, not Creolophone. Next up, still on the Mississippi River, I would go to Pointe Coupee Parish. There are various communities in Pointe Coupee Parish where KV is still spoken today. You can start out in New Roads and then go from there. Many of these communities are on False River, but not all of them. So if you go to New Roads and reach out to folks there, they can easily direct you to the different communities that are not on False River where KV is still spoken. You also have some in West Baton Rouge Parish, which is just next door to Pointe Coupee, and it's basically an outgrowth of the Pointe Coupee Creole speakers that have moved out into places like Irwinville, for example. Going into southwest Louisiana, St. Martin Parish by far is the parish with the most KV speakers today. There are many different communities in St. Martin Parish where KV is spoken every day, but I would go to places like Cecilia and Brobridge. You could just go buy a Linka Boudin at one of the places, one of the shops there, and you'll probably hear KV spoken in the shop itself naturally. You also have some KV speakers in St. Landry Parish, especially around Leonville, Prairie Laurent. Those are heavily and used to be heavily KV speaking communities. So you go there, it's very rural, but there are a lot of KV speakers still there today. Lafayette Parish, closest to St. Martin Parish border, also has many different KV speaking communities. Carencro, for example, is half Francophone, half KV speaking. Iberia Parish also has several KV speaking communities. Lauraville, which is also on the border with St. Martin Parish, has a lot of KV speakers. You also have some in New Iberia and some also in other communities along the St. Martin Parish border. All these places that I've mentioned, KV, when it's spoken there, is not spoken for show. It's not spoken for tourists. It's just spoken naturally there. So if you're on the hunt for finding KV speakers in a natural setting in Louisiana, you should go to those places, not to New Orleans. At least not to New Orleans for that.